So first thing, you have your name up in the corner. You have an account. Second thing we're going to do is hit the add button, the plus sign, and that's where you're going to grab your image from. So hopefully you got your image on. If you did not, I'm recording this video. You can go back and watch it. So image, I'm going to go to pictures. That's where I saved mine. If you saved it to the desktop, just find it. Pictures. And I'm going to pick, this is my friend's kid. It's fine. Okay. So we feel that the slide is a good parabola, okay? If you read the project, which I will also put in your notebook, but if you read it by paper, there is a stipulation on graph 1, and the stipulation is the vertex, which I'm going to say my vertex is probably right here, cannot be the y-intercept. So if your picture is landing smack on the x-axis, like that's, I'm sorry, the y-axis, that it is the y-axis is your axis of symmetry, just shift it over. So you can do that by this point here. I can make a shift 4 over or 3 over or whatever. If your picture's coming out too slanted, like tilted a little bit, oops, you can change the angle, but it's in radians, so you gotta mess around with it. It's not gonna move exactly what you think it's gonna move, but you can tilt a picture. So for example, if I have to tilt it 30, but it's not really 30 degrees, so you gotta figure it out. 30, you can tilt it. If you have to turn it 2 degrees, you know, it's in radians, so you have to actually figure it out. Maybe we could change it. You could probably change the settings. Huh? Okay, so you can move the picture, but I'm telling you this, your axis of symmetry cannot be your y-axis. Okay, so that's it. So if you have your picture, you're putting it there. The next, Desmos is going to create your graph for you, and this is how. We're going to start our graph in vertex form, which means you type out vertex form, all blanks. You're typing using A, X, H, and K. Y equals A, parenthesis, X minus H squared plus K. Sliders will come on. You're going to hit all to sliders. At that point, you are just sliding your graph to that becomes what almost fits your parabola the best it can. The line of best fit. Remember? So now I think this is the line of best fit. Maybe I can shrink A. A is what? 0.3. I could go to, no, I want to go 0.5, 0.4, 0.45, 0.3, 0.33. 0.4 is too big, 0.3, 0.28, 27, 26. Okay, you can mess around. That is the important part. Because this is what you need for the project is this line. You don't have to create it. Desmos creating the line of best fit for your picture. Is it going to be exactly? No, but get as close as you can. And then just be careful. You want to take these values and substitute them in. So right here, I'm going to erase A and put negative 0.27. I'm going to erase H and put 3. I'm going to erase K and put 2. And then you get rid of your sliders. We don't want them on our final presentation. So that's there. Yes?
I don't think mine, like for the picture, I don't know if it works.
All right.
Not sure.
I'll come look at that in a second. Just let me get this so I can get done the recording. At that point, you need x-intercepts labeled, y-intercepts labeled, axis of symmetry labeled. Desmos will do those. If you click on your graph, it brings up 5 dots. Here, 4 dots. Here, x-intercept. Here, x-intercept. Y-intercept, vertex. So, if I want, I drag my pen or the pointer, it says 3, 4.2. So I'm going to do 3, 4.2. I'm going to make it an ordered pair. I'm going to close my parenthesis. Now it bolded that dot. And now you label it however you want. So like, do you just want to call it the vertex? Or do you want to write 3, 4.2 so I see where your vertex is? It's your project. You can either do the labeling over here on the left, or you can do the labeling right on your picture as long as I can see it. If it's embedded in your picture and I can't see it, then you have to leave it on the left-hand side. Okay? My axis of symmetry is a line at x equals 3. Now, I don't like that color, so I'm just going to rewrite it again, and I'm going to delete the red one. I like my blue line to be the axis of symmetry. I can't label that, but I would label it on my PowerPoint. I would just say blue line, axis of symmetry. And then you have your other point. So if I go to this, I click on this, it's going to give me the point, negative 0.994. So I go negative 0.994, comma 0. And that was my x-intercept. And I like to put the point what it is. Okay? So now you nicely see I have an x-intercept at negative 0.994. I can do that for the other one. I can do that for the y-intercept. So that is your drawing. Desmos does all that for you. The rest of the PowerPoint tells you exactly what you need to do on each slide. And this says it too. On the first graph, the only thing you have to show me besides this is how to change this into standard form. So on a slide or in your OneNote, you're going to take your vertex form and change it to standard. You can do it in OneNote and copy your work. You can do it on the board and take a picture. I don't care, but does everyone understand? You're going to have decimals. You're going to have to use this equation and change it to standard form. All right, my other label, 6.994, 6.994, comma 0. That's my other x-intercept, comma 0. And my y-intercept was 1.77. Yeah. Question? Okay. I can't have parentheses here. Y-intercept 0, 1.774. And that's it. And that's basically everything you need labeled on the graph. You will snip. Everybody know how to use the snip tool down in the bottom. If you hit snip, this comes up. You can literally new, and you could take this, and that's what needs to go into your PowerPoint. That would be plenty. I can see everything. The only thing you would say is that the blue line is the axis of symmetry. That's fine. If you want to just snip what's over here as well and put it in the PowerPoint, there is an example of a project as well. In the second graph, you're doing exactly the same thing, identical, except your graph's going to be opening the other way. And then there's a couple more things in graph 2. In graph 2, you're going to take the vertex and a point and show me how to get the A value, which is what we're doing right after this. And you're going to take from vertex form into standard, so that's 2. And the third thing is you're going to take your equation from standard form, most likely. You could take it from either form. But you're going to take it from either form and show me how to get the x-intercepts. Desmos gave you the x-intercepts, but you have to show me on paper how to find them. Quadratic formula, completing the square, or factoring. If it's in standard, if it's here, you just solve. You move over 4.2. divide by negative 0.7, square root both sides, and get me both answers. So you're just showing how the computer calculates the x-intercepts. All of it's in a PowerPoint in Canvas, and so forth.